The largest source of greenhouse gas emissions in the U.S. comes from the burning of fossil fuels for the purposes of electricity, heat, and transportation. I know I'm speaking for myself and probably many others of you in this room when I say that we've all been making small accommodations in our everyday lives to try to help reduce the negative effects that we're making on the planet. But what if we could all come together to make one drastic change that would really make a positive impact? Governor of California, Jerry Brown, has this exact mindset. When he heard that China is planning on banning gas-powered cars, he said, why haven't we done something already? So Jerry Brown would also like to put a ban on fossil fuel-powered cars in California within the next 10 years or so. He thought, if China is doing something, why can't we? The UK, Germany, India, as well as Saudi Arabia are also intending on making similar changes in the future. They said that they could have the ban up and running completely by the year 2040. So even though this sounds like a huge adjustment, many agree that it would be worth it to save our planet. Putting this ban into effect would mean a big change for the auto industry. They would not be allowed to sell any more gas-powered cars. Since this is such a huge change, they are taking the threat of a ban very seriously. Many car companies have already released their plans for all-electric powered cars. Although this is incredible in theory, it is essentially much easier said than done. The process of actually switching everyone over to electric cars would take a lot of time, money, and convincing. 99.6% of car drivers in California would have to trade in their current vehicles for cars they already find too expensive or inconvenient. And let alone the cost, the amount of money it would cost the state to switch to replace all the gas stations with electric charging stations would be a very large amount of money. And so, to conclude, although this may seem unrealistic at the moment, Governor Jerry Brown and other political leaders around the world have the right idea. Time is running out, and we need to do something to help our planet, and fast. I recommend doing your own research so you can understand what it might mean for our future, so you can see what accommodations you might have to make. And lastly, be good to our planet. We only have one Earth, after all. Thanks.